quite literally Will Tidwell, a younger gentleman.
I wish I didn't have this big heart. People just do nothing but hurt me. Anybody can dream the dream. Anybody can have a goal, but see,
you're gonna be a neighborhood hero. You just keep shining, young king.
Hey, what's going on, man? This is Will Zee Tidwell with Speak Up Zee, and you are now tuned into another episode of Zee Speaks, where we talk about everything from business to life to mental health to community outreach and everything in between. And this is for my innovators and my movers and my shakers, man, and the people that want to do something special in their life, the ones that want to make this world a better place. And today, man, I don't have so much a topic for you, but I want to have a vent session. And this is for our mental health, man, because whenever I got a lot on my mind, whenever there's a lot going on, whenever my mind just won't stop racing, you know, everybody has different outlets that they use. But one of my favorite outlets and one of the things that I enjoy doing the most is simply just grabbing my phone or grabbing my notebook if I'm in a writing mood, and literally just jot down some of the thoughts that I'm having. And so that's kind of what I want to do today. I just want to, highlight some of the main things that I've been writing about here the last couple of weeks, some of the things that stuck out from what I was writing, and just kind of expound on those points. And the goal is not so much to teach today or to be deep and philosophical today, but to vent these feelings to y'all, man, to talk about these things that be on my mind. And I pray that some of these things can speak to your life too. That's my only goal. And so sit back, man, get your pen, get your paper, open your hearts, man. Let's just have us a good session, all right? It's therapy with Z almost, all right? But before we do that, let's have a quick prayer and just thank you for another day of life, man, and we'll get started, all right? So, God, man, we come to you just thanking you for another day of life and all that you do for us day in and day out. Man, you always providing for us and making a way for us and making a way out of no way. And God, we all going through some things, and our heart can be heavy sometimes, and our mind constantly racing, God. But we know it's going to be okay, because we got you. And I ask that you can just be here for me and for my people, and for all the ones across the world that are supporting this platform, God, and just speak to them through this platform, and speak to them, and give me the power to speak to them in the way they need to be spoken to. Because we're everything with you, and we're nothing without you, God. So please, please have your spirit in this place today. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, y'all. So the crazy thing is a lot of people don't even understand is that most of the content y'all hear me talk about, most of the things I speak on, I said this before, a lot of people think I'm trying to teach or I'm trying to, talk like I know it all or talk like I don't go through anything in my life. But most people don't get most of my inspirations come from things that I'm going through every day in my life. And so I'm finna be vulnerable today. I'm finna open up and share some things that I be thinking, some things that I be going through. And I know somebody else out there can relate to these things. I just know it. Because we think we so different, but we not. Alright? So one of the first things that I wrote about the other day that was on my mind, I said that I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong with me. But something isn't right. How many people can attest to that? You're in that space in your life sometimes where it's like, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know why I'm feeling this way. I don't know why I'm down. I don't know why I'm sad. I don't know why I'm depressed. But something ain't right. And it makes sense to me now, y'all, why so many people choose to be to themselves. Like, why so many people choose to kind of block out to the world and they want to be around people. They want to socialize, but they literally have no energy. They literally have no passion to do it. They try to do it, and as soon as they get there, they're ready to go home. I get it now. Because it's like, when you're in that place of, I don't know what's wrong, but I'm not feeling right, it's like, I have to almost pretend like everything is okay just to make it through my day sometimes. But then you kind of battling with your mind because you're in this space where I have to pretend to be okay so I can make it through my day and do what it is I need to do. But I also know I can't keep doing that because it isn't healthy and I can't heal that way. But on the other half of that, it's like, I don't want to go around other people and take this bad energy or all these negative thoughts or all of these things that I'm dealing with. I don't want to go around other people and put that aura on other people and make them feel what I'm feeling. So you battling between, do I want to pretend like I'm okay, or do I want to go around other people and tell them about what I'm going through, and hope that they understand, and hope that they don't judge me, and hope that they try to be there for me. But even then, you like, man, don't nobody want to hear it all the time. So instead of trying to be around people, or instead of trying to express ourselves, or instead of trying to find healthy ways to heal, we just choose to be alone altogether. Because sometimes it just feels easier that way. I don't know what's wrong, but I know I don't feel right. And then another thing that I was writing about, y'all, I said, I'm so tired, like physically. My body is so drained, but I can never sleep. I can't remember the last time I got a good night's rest. That's why sometimes I say, man, I wish I could be a kid again. Like, don't you remember like when you could just be a child and you go to bed at night without a care in the world? You didn't understand what true stress was. You didn't understand what true problems were. Like, you remember when your parents would say, just keep on living. I get it now. There's so many days where I'm so exhausted, but I can't get a good night's rest to save my life. And you know how it is. It's like your mind just can never stop racing. It's like you're thinking about your dreams and wondering if it's going to work, or you got this new idea and you try to figure out how you're going to do it, and you got this bill that's due tomorrow and you like, I'm not going to have the money to pay it. You're thinking about your loved ones and you just trying to be there for them, but you also trying to be there for yourself. You're thinking about how maybe your relationship with God isn't good how it used to be. Or maybe you do have a healthy relationship with him and you're trying to think about what exactly it is you want to say because you felt like you didn't say everything there is to say. I'm so tired. But my mind will never let me get a good night's rest. And this is the other one that I wrote. I said that there are so many people counting on me. But sometimes I wonder, based on how much I give to other people, will I ever have anything left to give to myself? Will I ever have anything left to be able to count on myself? Can anybody attest to that? Like just being who you are and being this big-hearted person that you are and being this loving person who you are, this person that'll give your lives to the one that you care about the most. It's like you stuck in this place where it's like, I'm always going to be that. I'm always going to have your back. I'm always going to make sure you got what you need. But have you ever given so much to where when you needed you, when it was time to finally take care of you, you said, well, shit, I done depleted everything I had. I'm in that place too, y'all. I'm in this place where it's like, I don't want to feel selfish and not look out for the people that I love. I don't want to feel like I don't want them to feel like I don't care about them or I don't love them or that they don't mean something to me, because it's never the case. And the moment I actually do something nice for myself, the moment I actually take a step back and say, you know what, today I'm not doing anything. I'm not answering the phone. I'm not picking up as soon as you call. I'm not going to drop everything I'm doing and come running. I'm not going to do that today. It's like the moment we choose to do that, we feel guilty. I'll give you my last. But I'm a little worried. Because I'm going to have anything left to have for myself. Because if I give it to you, if I give you my last, then what's left for me? And then you're asking yourself this question like, am I even worth having to give something to myself? Am I worth having that self-care day? Am I worth taking that day off? Am I worth not answering your call every time you need me? I think about this every single day.
Hey, what's going on, my beautiful people, man? I'm sorry to interrupt this video, but I just had to come on here and do a quick commercial and let you guys know, man, how excited I am about my new partnership with Esquire Writing Company, man. The premier writing company that takes care of all your writing needs so you can focus on the things that matter most in life. So everything from business plans to essays to resumes, and everything in between, man. If it involves writing, Esquire can take care of it. So tell them Z sent you and text ESQ to 501-267-9644. You won't be disappointed. Love. Let's get back to the episode.
Can I be real with y'all about this next point? You ever felt like, man, I'm so gifted. I'm so smart. I'm so talented. But if we being honest, man, I'm a little afraid to embrace the best parts of myself. You ain't never felt like that. You ain't never felt like, I know I got it. I know I got the ideas. I know I got the talent. I know I got the smarts. I know I got the brilliance. I know I got that get up and go about myself. I know that. But I'm afraid to literally step into everything that I know I got. Because if I do it, say I step into this greatness that I have, right? And I finally embrace it and become everything I was meant to be. And then I make a mistake while I'm in the midst of that greatness. Will people stop loving me? Will they forget about the greatness? Will they start seeing me as a hypocrite just because I wasn't perfect while I walked in my purpose? You don't ever think about that? Or once you do have a certain peak of success, or you do something good, and now it's like people are waiting on the next best thing, and your next best thing isn't your best. You ever think about that? Because so often I talk about what stops other people from attaining their goals and going after everything they was meant to have, but this is what stops me. Because I know I got the talent, I know I got the gift, I know I have this calling on my life or what it is I'm supposed to be doing. I don't doubt that. But sometimes I'm so afraid to go after everything that I know I was called to be and to do. Because sometimes I wonder, when I get there, will I be enough? Will I be able to do what it is I need to do, please the people I need to please, and still be me at the end of the day? I think that's a scary place to be that a lot of people don't want to talk about. What keeps you from going after what it is you said you want to do with your life? And this next one, man, it's kind of about, my pride. And I said that I'd rather sink and drown than to ask for help. Because my pride just keeps pulling me down. Because I think for me, when it comes to asking for help, I think the thing I'm most scared of is that when I ask, I'm afraid I'll be rejected. Because I've never been in a safe enough place to be vulnerable enough to ask for the things that I needed. Even from childhood. I know somebody can relate to that. Like you think you really, if you ever think about how many times we say as human beings, I'm afraid to shoot my shot. I'm afraid to ask for help. I'm afraid to go after what it is I want in certain areas of my life because I'm afraid to be rejected. Maybe it's because you've never been in a safe enough place in your life to be able to fail without being judged. Another reason I'm so prideful when it comes to asking for help is because I'm afraid that when I get put in this vulnerable position in my life, that you're going to stop looking at me at the way you did before I chose to be vulnerable with you. You're going to start looking at me as less than, or that I'm not the same man that I was before, especially for men, a black man. Like you're going to start looking at me as I'm less than, or that I'm not who you thought I was, because of the fact that I trusted you enough to be vulnerable around you. And I think that's a scary thing that most men are afraid of. that most human beings are afraid of. So we literally rather drown than to ask for help, because the moment we ask for help, are you going to try to come back and use it against me later? Are you going to try to throw that back into my face and remind me every 2 seconds of what it is that you did for me? Or remind me of that vulnerable time in my life when I was down on my luck, when life had got the best of me? That's a scary place to be. And the crazy part about it is, I'm working every day to get out of that vulnerable place, that place where I feel, uncomfortable doing that. Because what we don't get, man, is that if we were just bold enough to open our mouth, the help is all around us. The people that are willing to help us, the people that are willing to go to bat for us, the people that are willing to partner with us or give us the funding that we need, or be that, that outlet for us when we need it, or whatever the case may be, they right there. But maybe you're just not willing enough to be vulnerable around those people because you've never been in a safe enough place enough in your life to do it. I know that's the case for me. The next thing I wrote, I said, man, I was talking to my friend the other day, and I said that I thought I knew what I wanted to do with my life. See, this is the facade that social media creates, is because people on the outside looking in, they have this thing where, because they see you posting your small successes or the small things that you're doing or the great things that you're doing, or you going viral or having all these followers or whatever it might be, they think that you got your life all figured out. But they don't even understand, man. There's some days where I don't know what the hell I'm doing. There's some days when I'm just figuring it out as I go. But I'm getting to a place where it's okay for me to admit that. Because we think that there's this blueprint to life and there's this certain way of doing things, or this is the only way of doing things, or it has to be this certain way, or it's not correct. When I'm figuring out there is no real playbook to this thing called life. And the path of success that this person took, or that this person took, or whatever it is may be, you may try to go down that same path and realize that you're going in the wrong direction. So to be honest with you, no matter how old you are or what part of stage of your life is, you don't have to have it figured out. But are you bold enough to at least keep figuring it out as you go? And I'll just keep doing that. Oftentimes, another thing I think about a lot of times is, I think about all the relationships and the partnerships that I've ruined and that I've sabotaged because of my own selfish doings. I think about that a lot. I lost some good people in my life, man, because, I lied to them, or I took advantage of them, or, I thought they would never leave. And it doesn't really hit you how great of a person they were until you start trying to replace them and realize that you never can. Okay. Most people, they'll try to act like they don't care, or, that doesn't bother them when somebody walks out of their life. But one thing I'm tired of letting my own selfish ways and my own selfish way of thinking and my own, messed up mindset in some ways keep me from having beautiful people in my life. And I don't just mean relationships and intimate relationships. I don't necessarily just mean that. I mean, real deal friendships, real deal bonds with people that I've lost, people that I may never be able to get back because of the mistakes I made in the past in my life. And I know a lot of people act like they don't care, but I care. And I may not be able to get all those relationships back and all of those friendships back, but if it's a way that I can, if it's a way that I can grow from that and be better from that, I will. You know, a lot of times, to be real with you, man, I used to just self-sabotage those relationships because I would just want to, you know, end them or you know, get them over with before they could beat me to the punch. Cause all I realized that it's only because of my past hurt and my past pain. And I'm so busy trying not to feel that pain and feel that hurt again that the moment somebody does something I don't like, the moment somebody does something that makes me uncomfortable, the moment somebody does something I don't agree with, I push them away. I try to cut them off, so to speak. Because nobody taught us how to intelligently have a conversation and converse our feelings and talk about what it is that we're going through and talk about the things that we're dealing with and that we're thinking. Because we think that's a sign of weakness. That's too much vulnerability for one person to have. But think about how many good people you lost in your life. Because you didn't know how to communicate. You didn't know how to be vulnerable. You didn't know how to express your feelings. Because you thought that was weak, or you thought that was a sign of weakness, or you thought that was something that we just didn't do growing up. And I miss the people that I lost every single day because of that. And before we get out of here, I just want to leave y'all with this. I didn't do this spin session today for you to feel sorry for me or, you know, to try to prove a point to anybody or anything like that. I just did it because, first of all, to let you know that you're not by yourself. And that those thoughts that you be thinking, the things that run through your mind on a daily basis as a human being, we all think it. It's just that a lot of people aren't bold enough and aren't in a safer place enough in their life to talk about it. But aren't you tired of having to be strong all the time? Aren't you tired of having to lie when every time somebody asks you how you doing, you say you doing just fine? Or the first thing you talk about when they ask you how you doing is about your business or about how much money you didn't got or whatever. Like, that ain't what they mean when they ask you that question. Aren't you tired of doing that? So the real point of this was just to show you that it's okay to vent. Even if nobody listens. It's okay to get it off your chest. It's okay to be vulnerable for once. It's okay to be human. And so nothing else that you got from today, man, is that you're not alone. Man, you don't got to keep lying to yourself that you're saying that you're doing okay when clearly you may not be. And it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be open. Man, because the sooner you do that, you may not know what's wrong, but you'll feel so much more right. So I love y'all, man. Another dope episode. Man, please feel free to like and subscribe to this video. Go tell a friend about it, man, and we'll be back with more fire, man. Y'all know that. Be sure to subscribe to the community where you can get all of these access to all of these videos before anybody else. You can hear about them before anybody else and all that great stuff, man. So yeah, text me at 501-267-9644. And until next time, man, I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Peace.